The Article 5, Section 1A of the Texas Constitution does give the State Commission on Judicial Conduct the authority to discipline and remove justices and judges. So you're responsible. I mean, you know all of this stuff. And yet for many people in the public, we have, you are our last recourse against judicial misconduct. And yet, unfortunately, I as an individual have lost total faith in you as being an honest and effective agency. And I'm sorry to impugn your honesty, but at least the effectiveness of what you do. Two examples come to mind, and I'm going to just give the case number, CJC number 17-1572. A judge was given a public warning because she refused to perform same-sex marriages. That was a shame because our Texas Constitution forbids same-sex marriages. You looked at her as being, you mentioned that a judge shall conduct all of the judge's extrajudicial activities so that they do not cast reasonable doubt on her capacity to act impartially as a judge. Everything that she did was in accordance with the law, and yet you gave her a public rebuke. You completely ignored Article 1, Section 32 of the Texas Constitution that states marriage is between one man and one woman only. You ignored Section 2.001 of the Texas Family Code. You ignored Article 1, Section 6 of the Texas Constitution that says all men have a natural and indefeasible right to worship God according to the dictates of their own consciences, and that no human authority ought, in any case whatever, to control or interfere the rights of conscience in matters of religion. So I don't see that you act in a manner that is in accordance with the Constitution. But the second thing is from a personal perspective. I have actually written to you on a couple of occasions. And in one instance, again, this is case number 17-1308-JP. I gave plenty of evidence to you. It's talking about judicial misconduct. I'm not even talking about the rules of civil procedure. We don't have enough time for this. But I gave you a case that in which I made the statements, the allegations. I could have provided proof that the judge did not consider any of the evidence that was brought before him. In fact, he dismissed it, and then he lied to me in his official dismissal, saying that he examined the evidence when he did not do so. He said he would research the matter over the weekend, and yet he went straight back to his courtroom and he wrote the dismissal letter. So he lied to me in the courtroom. He mocked and sneered at me when he stated that, are you the only one telling the truth? Yes, I was the one telling the truth. I had all the evidence with me, textual, documentary, court transcripts, and yet he refused to consider that, and he just sneered at me and mocked at me. The defendant herself committed perjury in the court. And again, that was very easy to prove, but he did not want to look at it. He treated me as if he were a prosecuting attorney, and he even tried to give me legal advice from the bench. At the end of his—
Mr. Morgan,
yes,
that's 3 minutes. I would just invite you to briefly make a closing statement.
Sure. All I'm just saying is that I have seen, because of these things, I have gone to courts repeatedly, and I've started court watching, and these abuses are egregious, and yet we don't find anybody to protect us. The State Commission of Judicial Conduct, whenever we submit something to you, we don't get any type of favorable response. So we have no confidence in the agency, and to say no confidence is probably an understatement. I appreciate your time. I know that sounds harsh. Thank you for looking into this. And again, we want to be able to trust in the judicial system. Right now, I have no trust whatsoever in the third branch of government. Thank you.
Thank you for your comments, Mr. Morgan.